All right, I've got a lot of videos on Walker mowers up on YouTube, but I do not have a dedicated adjust your belt video for your PTO drive belt. One of the common things is your belt will start slipping when you're mowing, and that's, sometimes your belt's worn out, but as your belt wears, you need to adjust the belt. And it's kind of a complicated, it's not really, but when you first look at it, you've got a couple of different points where you can adjust this. It's this little rod that comes up, there's a spring, and then there's a rod that goes through, and there's a couple of nuts on it, so it could be a little confusing to how to adjust it. The best way to know that you're out of adjustment is you go ahead and engage your blade, and the head of this bolt right here needs to stick out away. Let me get a pointing device. So the head of the bolt right here needs to stick from this collar right here with the grease fitting on it. There needs to be a distance in between here, and that distance needs to be 1/4 of an inch to 3/8 of an inch, or 6.35 millimeters to 9.53 millimeters. And I will show you the easy way to measure that, or how I measure it. I've got a slide caliper here just to measure. This is an Icon 14 millimeter wrench. These are my ideal tools to do this adjustment. I like just a 1/4 inch. You could use 3/8 as well, but I like the 1/4 inch with this short, I think it's a 3-inch extension, and then a 14 millimeter socket, deep preferred. This can be done with any combination of tools, but this is my preferred setup, is that wrench just for the jam nuts and this for the actual adjustment. You could also replace these for 9/16 instead of 14 millimeter. 14 millimeter is just a tiny bit smaller than 9/16. But what I do is the adjustment is 6.35 to 9.53 millimeters, like I said, or 1/4 an inch to 3/8. What I did is I take my wrench here and I measured the thickness of the wrench, and I used that as my guide, as an adjustment, so I'd never have to keep bringing this out or using a measuring tape. And the end of this, the thickness right there, as you can see, is 7.7, which is pretty much right in the middle of the road of the adjustment. So within a millimeter tight or loose of this wrench, preferably, the head of the wrench anyways. So that's the distance I want to go for. So we want to be able to stick this in between the head right there and the head of the bolt and this collar. Now, as you can see, this one is grossly out of adjustment. So you can see when I go to engage it, you'll see the head. Let me point this out again. You'll see the head of the bolt right there starts to stick out a little bit away from this collar. As I go to tighten it up, see right there, it creates a little gap in between there. That gap needs to be way more than it is. So that's fully engaged. You can see there's no gap there. So this needs an adjustment. So what I do is you start by loosening this jam nut right here. And all you need to do is just give it a little tweak. Okay, I was pulling the wrench towards me here, just enough to loosen it up a little bit. And now I switch over to my ratchet setup. And this is why I like this setup right here. It's kind of a tight area to get into with a wrench, so this gives you a nice little area open to go ahead and swing the ratchet. Okay, and what we want to actually do is loosen this this bolt, because this bolt actually goes all the way and threads into this rod right here. So we want to loosen it because we want to bring the head out this way to create that distance. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a couple cranks. And you'll see you'll create the distance you need between this jam nut and here temporarily until we tighten this nut back up, and that'll let you know how far you've gone. Okay, so I'm going to give that a shot. That's a good amount right there. I'm going to stop this, take this out, and then go ahead and engage the blade and see what we got now. Okay, we've created some distance, as you can see right there. However, I don't believe that's enough. No, it's not enough. It's only like a 1/4 of an inch. I mean, it's only like a 1/16 of an inch, so got to do a little bit more. Pretty much right like that. As a guide, use my wrench. That's the correct thickness, right like that. Okay, then we'll pull this off, give it a shot. And there we go. Now you see that's sticking out. Let's stick our wrench in there. A little hard to see, but try to get the right angle there. That's pretty much our correct thickness that we need right there. Okay, now the only other thing that we need to do once we've established that, that's again in the engaged position, is disengage it. And we want to make sure that this spring is uncompressed. And the way you can tell that is by a measurement. And that is 54 millimeters. And we've got 48 millimeters. So we know that it's somewhat compressed. So what we need to do is back off this nut right here. That's your spring tension. Now this I'm going to go towards the motor as I unscrew it, until basically that spring is a little bit loose. Again, this is with the blade disengaged. I don't know if you saw that, but the whole bolt turned, so I'm going to tighten this jam nut up with our new adjustment, just to save that. Just nice and snug. And then we'll continue on loosening this nut up until that spring is loose. You'll find, if anybody's messed with your mower before, this is the first thing they try to do, is adjust this spring adjustment nut to change the belt tension. And it does technically work a little bit to a degree, but what happens is it runs out of space on this end, so it can't move anymore. And that's why you have to adjust that actual whole bolt. Otherwise you just run out of adjustment. So this is why you kind of do it in this order. Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but I turned the nut and the spring stopped turning, so that means I've lost tension on the spring, which is good. Should be able to just spin it by hand now. And now we should be close to our 54 millimeters. And there we go. 54.9-ish, 54.4. Okay. So now we know our spring is loose with it disengaged. Now we'll go ahead and re-engage it. We've got our distance right there. Again, about the thickness of this wrench, which was 7.7 or whatever it was millimeters. And here's the actual figures that Walker gives you. 1/4 of an inch to 3/8, which is 6.35, 9.53. That's the distance in between here. And then your 2 1/8, which is 54 millimeters of your spring in the disengaged position. And that gives you the springiness to keep tension on the belt, and room right here to make sure you've got the proper tension. So that's it right there, guys. That's how you retension your PTO belt. Every time you change the belt or as it wears, you need to make this adjustment.